Good morning to all of you. Welcome to Legal Matters by Sai Babu Sunkara. It has come in the press that a case was registered against two BJP MPs for entering the air tower control of Deogarh airport for trespassing to be and pressurizing the staff to give clearance for their chartered flight on 31st. So this is deprecated by each and everybody because we don't encourage such. Let them be MPs. Let them have so much of emergency. Definitely, they are not ordinary people. They might have their own priorities, but at the same time, they should respect the law. They should respect the rules. They should respect the procedure. So simply being BJP MP or some other Congress MP saying that, come on, you give us permission. Of course, they got permission. Now they landed in trouble. So what is this incident? How it happened? Better to know. On 31st August at about 5:25 p.m., two BJP MPs, Manoj Tiwari and Nishikant Dubey and Manoj Tiwari. They entered the air traffic center of Dev Tower, air traffic center, ATC, we call it as ATC, of Deogarh airport, and actually threatened the in charge and obtained the clearance for their chartered flight. So on the 31st at about 5:20 p.m., these two MPs with so many of their supporters also, they reached the airport with so many other passengers, and also their bhaktas or supporters, they have come to the airport. So they wanted to see them off. Because it is a private charter flight, all these people came up to the tarmac of the aeroplane. They came because since it's a heavy mob, even the security personnel could not anything. But what happened is the pilot stepped out of the plane. Because actually he stormed toward the ATC. Why? Because it's getting time. Out of 5:30, not allowed. Air traffic not allowed because it's such a small airport where night landing or night takeoff are not allowed. So therefore he stepped down even though all the passengers boarded in the flight. So it is clear that please remember the MPs or the so-called supporters of the so-called MPs, they entered ATC, which means it is nothing but trespass. They threatened the so-called ATC in charge. The CCTV footage showed that apart from the passengers, there were some others who had gathered inside the ATC also. So therefore, basing on the complaint of the ATC in charge, a case was registered against two MPs and other persons. So what are these sections? Better to know because we are concerned with law. Section 336 of the IPC. Please remember Section 336, any rash or negligent act which endangers the human life, it is coming under 336 IPC. Suppose if you set fire to a cracker and it injures some other person due to which somebody dies, yes, it is an offense under section 336 IPC. Please remember, if dies 304A, if it is injured 336 of the IPC. Then 447, that is punishment for trespass. Please remember, this is criminal trespass. What is trespass? Entering into others' premises without their permission is trespass. Then 448, it is a house trespass. Of course, since it's a government office, it comes under house. Therefore, 448 of the Indian Penal Code. So this FIR was registered in Konda police station on September 1st on the complaint given by the security in charge Suman Anand. Right? Things did not stop here. Incidentally, the two MPs, I think one of the MPs, two MPs are Nishikant Dubey and Manoj Tiwari. Okay, so one of them gave a complaint in Delhi. In Delhi, they have given, simply to say, they have given a counter case, we can leave it. So let us discuss that case also. Right? So, what is it? Police Act under water. Where is that? Page 9. Okay, 1 minute. FIR against, okay. Right. So, here it is learned that the permission is given up to 5:30 p.m. only. Please remember, there is no facility at the airport to take off after 5:30. So you remember, they entered the airport at about 5:20 p.m. That is last minute arrival. So definitely they should have been busy with their local program. They might have been late, right? So please remember, the BJP leader, he has given a report against the so-called DCP, Mr. Banjari, Manikant Banjari, who is instrumental in driving away the passengers and others away in the so-called Jharkhand. So, please remember, according to the FIR, that is counter case by the so-called BJP MP. Please remember, they have given a case against the Deputy Commissioner Banjari and others under section 124A, that is sedition. I don't know what is sedition. So, what act the DCP will say sedition? Sedition means waging war against the government or the instigating people to wage war against the government by their writings. Then 353, assault or criminal force against a public servant. Okay, maybe MP is a public servant as well as DCP is also public servant, right? And 448, punishment for house trespass. So these are the things. 201, causing disappearance evidence. 120B, a criminal conspiracy. So anyway, so North Avenue Police, they registered a case based on the complaint of the SP, MP, of course. Both of them will be investigated properly. Here what you have to learn is, suppose if anybody trespasses into your office, he can be booked under 447 or 448 of the IPC. If he threatens you, if he does any act which leads to the danger to the safety of a person, it can be under section 336 IPC. So, under these sections, cases were registered against MPs. So, here the point is, as MPs, where are we? How we are performing? No doubt, definitely there is urgency. We have seen occasions where, when once, I think Honorable Chief Minister N.T. Ramarao was in power, he came to Chirala. He has to get back urgently to attend some meeting. But it's getting around 5 o'clock or so. So the captain or pilot of the helicopter, he refused to go. And he said, okay brother, can we reach by so and so time? Yes. Okay, then let us go. Of course, after convincing him, he went to, because we are nearer to Chirala, immediately he boarded the helicopter and got away. So that is the way of doing things, but not barging into the office, threatening them, which is not appreciated by the public. Please remember, general public are watching you, how you are performing. You are representative of 14 lakhs of people, 14 or 13 lakhs of people, the two BJP MPs. So they should not have done it. But anyway, since they have done it only, we are discussing and the case has been registered. Whatever they have done, it is a political issue, let's not bother. I think if anybody does this thing, the cases will be registered on section 336, 447, 408, 448 and also 506 that comes under intimidation. So here a counter case also is given. Okay, let us see what will happen. Thank you.